Well, good morning everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today's Blast from the Past segment, the Lafayette HE-75 walkie-talkie, vintage from 1963. Stick around, we'll be right back. What a super set of walkie-talkies to review today. An absolute classic. Before we get started, I'd like to show you one of the catalogs that they appeared in, the 1966 edition of the Lafayette Radio Electronics catalog. That was their 45th year, and as you can see on the very front, it does have a CB radio, and on the back it had CB radios. So during that time frame, CB radios were a very important part of their marketing, and they had some excellent walkie-talkies back then. And let's flip over to the walkie-talkie section, and I'd like to show you the catalog that actually has these radios included in it, and you'll see it down at the bottom of the page right here where my finger is at. As you can see, I don't know if you can see that. I hope you can. But I do want to give you some information about the walkie-talkies, and what better spot is to just come right from the catalog. Now, these walkie-talkies, from my research, were actually first manufactured in 1963. However, I did find some information in one of the boxes that had the reference 1962 in it. So that could have been that was the printed material in 62 and manufacturing in 1963. But of course, as you can see from the catalog, they were still being sold on up to 1966 and maybe later. This is just the first catalog I picked up to look. But at this point in time, it looks like that they were really pushing this particular walkie-talkie as something useful for hunters or maybe business people, people out camping or things of that nature. And it did have 1 watt and 13 transistors, so it certainly was marketed as a little more powerful walkie-talkie. The Lafayette HE-75 1 watt 3 transistor Citizens Band walkie-talkie with squelch. Okay, I'm just going to read this right off of here. Uses powerful silicon transistors and output stage, crystal control receive and transmit. It had an automatic noise limiter, squelch, and AVC. So many of the walkies did not have a squelch circuit. Has a plug-in battery case for both pen light and optional rechargeable batteries. It meets FCC requirements for licensed operators. It also met requirements for Canada also. Okay. A powerful 1 watt RF input, crystal control, 2-way portable. Compact enough to fit in your hand. Push to talk transmitter, delivers a clean signal even at extreme ranges. Sensitive super heterodyne receiver features push-pull audio output for superior voice communications. Other outstanding features include effective automatic noise limiter, variable squelch and AVC. A local and distant switch prevents overload distortion at close range. Has interoperable battery compartment for pen light cells or optimal rechargeable nickel cadmium battery. With a whip antenna, earphone, leather carrying case, batteries, and a pair of crystals for channel 13. 3 inches by 8 inches by 2 inches dimensions, and it's imported, and it's 2 pounds. And these retailed for $52.95. They also have one here, Canadian approved HE-75, which is a little bit different model number, but for $52.95, now that was a fairly hefty price radio back then, but I'm sure that it was an excellent quality radio. Now, I'm going to show you the boxes here in just a minute, and that's one of my favorite parts, or the things about this particular walkie-talkie. I think this is one of my favorite sets, and I tell you why, because I really like the boxes. So many of the manufacturers had plain Jane boxes. These are really neat looking, and of course you know how important boxes are to collectors. So, but before we get started, I'll go ahead and give you a tour of the radio. Now, as you can see, the radio is fairly large, fairly hefty, but it's built for, it's really built for something more than just being a toy. I think these were built more for hunters, maybe people at construction sites, things of that nature. And they were really well built. This has a gray plastic case, as you can see, and it does have a kind of a chrome speaker up here at the top. At the very top, very neat looking Lafayette HE-75 1-watt citizen band walkie-talkie. That really looks nice, the way that's kind of imprinted into the metal. And of course, it does have the volume control and a squelch control on the other side. And so many of the radios did not have a squelch control, so you could turn that annoying background noise down if you didn't want to hear it. On this side, you've got the push to talk button, and here's that local and DX switch. That's really for receive. If you have it on local, it seems to dim the receive slightly or attenuate it slightly. When you put it on DX, it brings in better receive, really. And it also has a earphone jack here on this side. And on the bottom, as you can see, this entire section on the bottom is the battery case. It holds 10 AA batteries. And you just take out these two screws on either side. This case comes off, and it has another little screw top that you take off to put your batteries inside. Then screw that back in, push this back up, makes connection, and tighten these down, and you've got it all set, ready to transmit. On the back, you've got like a little, well, I don't know, it's not metal, but it's kind of an elastic strap that has a connection at the top and a little connection at the bottom, and you can use that to, I guess, put that on your belt or hold that or however you want to do it. That was kind of a unique, I don't think I've seen too many of those with this elastic strap like this. And of course, on the back is the little sticker that states that it complies with FCC rules and regulations. And this particular one also indicates that it's certified for use in Canada. Now, I don't see that on the back of this, but I do know that in the manual that I read that that is indicated in that. And let's see what else. Of course, these are made in Japan, and that's very highly collectible. Okay, let's move along real quickly here. As you can see, they come with a black leather case, and both of my radios have cases. Both of them have the little leather wrist straps here, and these have the little snaps that you can take and put, unsnap them and put them, take them in and out of the case or whatever. And in just a few moments, I'm going to attempt to do an actual audio test of them. And before we do that, let me make some room here because I want to get to the boxes. These are absolutely wonderful boxes, and I'm going to pick one box up and read off of it while I show you the other box here. Now, as you can see, they're gorgeous, and that's one of my favorite things about the vintage equipment is the boxes. And these boxes are in outstanding shape, very colorful. It's for 1963, this is just a gorgeous box. The Lafayette HE-75 1-watt citizen band walkie-talkie, US channel 13, Canadian channel 10. Stock number 993016L as in Lincoln. And let's see what we got here. It's got the U.S. flag and the the U.S. flag and the Canadian flag down here. So they really pushed that strong. A product of Lafayette Radio Electronics Corporation. It's just a beautiful box, absolutely gorgeous box. And of course it highlights down here that it comes with noise squelch, and I guess a lot of people that was hunting or fishing or out on the work site, they didn't want to hear all that noise, so that particular feature came in real handy as a sales tool. Now one of my boxes comes with actually I guess you'd call the shipping box, and they have a picture of the walkie-talkie on the front, as you can see, and pretty much it's just really a sleeve that you can slip one of the or slip the actual box into, so it's really just a sleeve. But one box, on both boxes I have the instruction manual, which is highly unusual to have an instruction manual. But on this one, let's see what I've got on this one. Let's see if I can do this without making a mess here. I want you to be able to see what I've got. This is the instruction manual, and printed in Japan, and this is the original manual. And it also comes, this is really neat, it comes with the, I guess this is the card that you send back to register it. And it also comes with the application, the old, you remember the old application for your citizen band license? Well, it comes with that too, and it looks like it's in the original plastic wrapper. And it does have all the styrofoam inserts in this one. The other one I'm not showing you, I think it just has the, I think all it has is the shoulder strap, if I'm not mistaken. This one has the little shoulder strap. It also has the little earphone case. It has no earphones in it, the little earplugs, of course. And of course, I've got the case in the black leather case in this one, because I wanted to show you one radio not in the case. So that's what we've got, one of them out of the case and one of them in the case. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put this back together here, and what I'm gonna do is come back in just a moment and see if we can't do a little radio test. And I hope I don't mess it up and get a lot of feedback, but we're gonna see what we can do with a little radio test. So hang around, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I've got this pair set up where I can transmit, and I'm gonna step away for just a moment to try to get away so I don't get any feedback. And I hope you can hear me coming back through this one. I've got the volume set at a pretty reasonable levels where I won't get feedback. So I'll step away and see what I can come up with.
Hello YouTube, do you copy? Hello YouTube, do you copy? On the HE-75 vintage Lafayette Radio walkie-talkie from 1963. Over and out.
Okay, how did that come in? I hope it did. Okay, I'll turn this down. In fact, I'll go ahead and turn this one off. Okay. Well, that about wraps it up for another Blast from the Past segment. I hope you're enjoying these Blast from the Past videos that I'm doing. I really enjoy it. I've got quite a few more walkie-talkies that I want to highlight. So what I'm asking you to do is check back again real soon. You never know what I'm going to be reviewing. I appreciate you supporting my channel. And as always, take care.